Alrighty, we are now live. And welcome to Curse of Strahd session number 7. Sorry we weren't around last week. Kansas City was in the playoffs and the Eagles were playing. So yeah, it was definitely not a day for us because we are, or at least Oren and I are KC fans. Next week we will not be having a session, being that Kansas City and the Philadelphia will be playing. Every single person involved in this game has a interest in both or either team. Corvum, Oren, Trixie, and I are KC fans, and we got our lone Eagle fan, Sir Edward. I feel sorry for him. We all know Philadelphia is going to lose, but it's all good.
I don't feel that line.
Anyways, let's get back to talking about Curse of Strahd. Last we left off, we had everyone went to bed, or actually, everyone was waking up after a night's sleep and agreeing to help. Agreeing to help. Oh my God, what's his name? I want to say Arena and Arena. What's her brother's name? Ismark. Arena and Ismark with burying their dad at the local church. And if you remember, or as a refresh, everyone had a great night's sleep. Sir Edward had a really good night's sleep after eating the pastry, and had a great vivid dream with with Lancelot by his side. No bad happening, etc. But as he woke up, he was reminded that Ismark is not there, unfortunately. And with that, Irina and Ismark come down and ask if everyone is ready to help with the burial.
You see, Orm had a book and some paper in his hands. He's been writing something down since he woke up for probably about an hour, 2 hours now, just in case that he's needed or anything to say words or anything like that. He's ready. He looks and says he's ready, and Trixie is ready as well.
Oh yeah, as another point to make, Trixie is being ran by Oren currently, as Trixie is not feeling the greatest. So yes, Oren will be handling both Trixie and Oren tonight. Okay, so Oren and Trixie are ready. How about Sir Edward and Corvum?
I'm ready.
Corvum? Did you say something, Corvum? Corvum? Corva, you having more problems, Corva? Oh crap. Corvum, we cannot hear you.
It doesn't show an active.
Corvum always shows offline for some reason. Corvum. Corvum.
Yes.
Okay, now you went dead quiet again.
Guys.
Where we can barely hear you again. I don't know what you did the last time, but if you can fix that, that'd be great. I guess while he's trying to get his microphone issues fixed, you all head towards the church, which on your map would
Can you hear me
be.
now?
Yep, we can hear you a lot better. All right, at least I can. I turned your volume up so I can hear you better.
Okay.
So y'all are heading north, and then you'll be heading east towards the cemetery or the church in front of the cemetery. So if you guys will go ahead and move your characters, I will go ahead and move Trixie.
Oh, I had to figure out where we were at because it's like everything's
Remember,
so little. I had to zoom in.
yeah, unfortunately with this current map, everyone has to
I
zoom
have
in.
same problem too.
Yeah, unfortunately it's a pretty big city, so yes. And we will, okay, so hold up before you guys. If you remember, you guys are carrying the casket holding the Burgomaster along with Ismark. And as you get to the church, atop a slight rise against the roots of the pillar stone that support, excuse me, support Castle Ravenloft stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. The church has obviously weathered the assaults of evil for centuries on end, is worn and weary. A bell tower rises towards the back, and flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against its load. And at this point, we are going to switch maps because there is an actual map for the church. So tell me if you guys see the map change.
Yep.
It's on my end.
All right. Okay, so you guys are currently at the door. The heavy wooden doors of the church are covered with claw marks and scarred by fire.
Interesting.
Did you say clawed and fired?
Scarred by claw marks and fire. It's been scorched by fire.
Actually, I'm still holding the casket, ain't I?
Everyone is still holding the casket.
I suggest we put down this casket and get our weapons out and ready for battle if this is, because that doesn't not look right.
It doesn't look right.
I don't think a door is supposed to be Freddy Kruegered.
Unless somebody's trying to get in.
Well,
Remember, we
then
did
something around
pass
here.
a beast. We did pass a beast earlier. That was matching those. That was Claude at one point. That was Claude. We passed that creature on our way in.
Well, let's get in here and close the damn door.
If you remember correctly, the burgomaster's house also had been clawed up.
Yeah, I agree. Let's get in before this thing gets whatever caused that gets back.
All right, well, give me a sec to reveal a bit more. And mind you, it is early morning right now. So you're like getting just enough daylight that you can actually see clearly what's going on. But now you actually have you can see into the place. So go ahead and move on in at least to the minimum. The doors open to reveal a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hall leading to a brightly lit chapel. The hall is unlit and reeks of mildew. 4 doors, 2 on each side of the hall, lead to adjacent chambers. You can see that the chapel is strewn with debris, and you can hear a soft voice from within reciting a prayer. Suddenly, the prayer is blotted out by an inhuman scream that rises up from beneath the floor.
I wasn't the only one that heard that. What was I?
No, you weren't. Even Trixie noticed. Noticed it too. You said to arm our weapons. Well, here we go. Let's just try to do this as nice and as neatly as possible so we don't aggravate whatever that noise was.
Preferably a diplomatic approach if we can.
I agree.
Screw diplomatic.
Only if we're provoked. Now we're not provoked. We haven't provoked it. It hasn't provoked us. We are on our guard.
Also, as you
Our roll for
enter,
heads.
you see a gentleman on his knees in prayer at the altar. Ismark walks slowly towards that gentleman and says, Donovich, we have finally come to bury our father. He looks back at Ismark and you can see that he seems quite aged, and a little stressed out.
Stressed out. I'll show him stressed out. Puts sword in sheath.
Ismark motions back to all of you to bring the casket closer, basically up towards him. Yeah. Ismark at this point, Ismark has a conversation. Oh, hold up. Let me open up the rest of it. But at this point, Ismark has a. Oh, never mind. You're in the chapel. So hold on one second. Do. I will read exactly what you're seeing. Just give me a moment to clear it, cause.
And this place has fallen downhill.
Hold
Yep.
on.
Looks like a bomb went off in here.
Looks like something did. What? We
I
don't
will
know.
read it in a second. All right.
We can still play while you do this.
The chapel is a shambles with overturned and broken pews littering the dusty floor. Dozens of candles mounted in candlesticks and candelabras light every dusty corner in a fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows. At the far end of the church sits a claw-scarred altar, behind which kneels a priest in solid vestments. Next to him hangs a long, thick rope that stretches up into the bell tower. So actually, he's in the wrong spot. So,
So do we see the priest at all or no?
yeah, you guys see this guy.
Orm tries to get not too close, but close to try to see if he can have a conversation with them. Greetings and salutations. We are here to help with the burial, and I am here to offer my services as a cleric as needed for the ceremony.
He looks at you and says, I understand. And I do appreciate that. I know Ismark and Arena appreciate that too. At this point, from beneath the chapel floor, you hear a young man's voice cry out, Father, I'm starving!
Orm looks at the looks.
It sound like a child's voice, or
No. It sounds adult, but definitely a male.
so you holding people down in the basement?
Donovic has this nervous look in his demeanor and says, Please don't worry about that. I don't want you involved.
Walks up
Why don't
closer
you want us involved?
and put crap. What's it called? When you have two hands on the sword and you put them in front of them, Yep. Put it in front of you and stares intently at him and says, "Are you sure about that?"
What are you hiding that you're not telling us?
You either tell us or I'll make your head roll.
And trust me, that's something you don't want.
I understand that you want to get involved, but this is not something that you should be involved in.
Does Orem recognize any of the religious symbols and things around in the chapel?
Yes, this is a Church of the Morning Lord.
Cast charm person.
Whoa.
As let me forewarn you, charm person can be
This ought to be interesting.
good, but it can cause problems because they will know that they are charmed.
Before you do that, let's deal with this diplomatically. I might have a way in. So let's cool the jets for a minute, Sir Edward. Let me see what I can do.
Okay.
Try reasoning with it first.
Right. I will walk up closer to the priest and I will ask, in a calm voice and everything. We're not trying to start anything. We are trying to help. But yet we are hearing screams and we are hearing cries for help from underneath. This can go one of two ways. The first way is you talk with me, cleric to cleric, and we can come up with a solution together to where nobody gets hurt, nobody gets harmed, and we still take care of what we need to. Or the second option, and he turns his head and looks up at Sir Edward, he gets involved. And I will tell you right now, and so can everybody else in this party, you don't want him to get involved. You want to talk with me. You want to work this out with me. So let's find a spot. Let's sit. Let's talk this out. And we'll leave the big man to handle this stuff and the way he does things later. So I motioned towards the priest to try to get him to find a spot to where everybody can sit down and everybody can talk.
Sir Edward sits on one of the broken pews and just kicks up his feet and starts sharpening his sword.
Donovic pulls you to the side out of the ears of everyone else. Basically, you guys go over to the corner over here to the right. Let me make sure everything's good. And he's like, I understand you want to help, but this is something I have been dealing with for days now. And
So go ahead.
And if I can't do anything about it, I don't know what you and your friends could do about this. I mean, the one over there with the sword seems eager to fight, and I don't want it to come to that.
We don't want it to come to that as well. I don't want it to come to that as well. And I guarantee you there's other members of this party that do not want that to happen. What we want to do, what I want to do, is I see that you are doing this by yourself. It's not good to do things by yourself. You can't, sometimes it is more than you. We as a party are here to help. whatever the situation is, yes, he looks over at Sir Edward as he's sharpening his knife. Yes, Sir Edward does want to fight. That's how he is. That's what he is. We can't change that. He is what he is. And you can still see where Sir Edward had hit Orem. You still see kind of a little bit of a bruise or whatever is showing up. This is coming from firsthand experience. He's going to want to fight. That's just the way he is. Trust me. That's why he is the way he is. That's why we love him the way we do. That's why he's our friend. It's because of the way that he is. He looks over at Tracy and goes, her right there. She is one that we're in a really tight spot. She can help us out. She has the skills that we need. It's what makes her her. And looks over at Corbin. Corbin, he is the way he is, and we love him the way he is. He doesn't really know Corbin that well, so he really can't say very much. But eventually, he will get to know her, and he's like, and look at me. Do you see that I'm ready for a fight? No. Do you see that I'm willing to help, for lack of better terms, keep people alive? Yes, that's what I do. The four of us together as a group work off of each other. That's what we do. That's what teams do. You can't do one, you can only do one thing. Let us help you with the situation. Let us help you with the burial. All we ask, let us help you. It's what we're here to do. And if it comes down to a fight, then you see Sir Edward sitting there. He's going to do anything. He is begging for a fight. And if it comes to a fight, then we're all in good hands because he's good at what he does. We're in a sticky situation. There's Trixie. She can help us get doors open. She can help us find traps if anything is booby trapped around here. Because I don't know. This is our first time here. We don't know how things are going to be. And Corbin's good at that stuff too. Let us help you.
Donovic looks at you and sort of just sighs and is like, I'll tell you more, but first let's get the burgomaster buried, please.
Do I have your word that more will be discussed after the burial?
You have my word as a priest of the Morning Lord.
And that is all I can ask.
From the other side of the chapel, you hear a big crash. Like
okay,
wood and like.
What do we see?
You would see Sir Edward testing his sword on one of the pews and shattering it. And let me guess, I need to roll that.
No, you would
as he hears that crash. Oh, go ahead.
You would easily cut through any pew with your sword. But you were gonna say, Oren?
I was gonna say I look over after I hear the crash and I see the after effects, and then I look back over the priest and I go, "We're here to help," and real loudly, not destroy.
Hey, I'm just testing, making sure it's sharp. Plus, it's already a disaster area.
Well, Orem starts walking back towards the group after the communication with the priest. And I go, well, here's the situation. Let's get this burial done first. Then he is going to be more than happy to give us information on what happened here and what he's been dealing with so we can help out. This is what we do. Let's do this burial first. I have his word. I take him at his word. Then he's going to tell us what's going on so we can help.
Well, if he tries anything against us, I will have his head.
Sir Edward, I have one specific job for you during this burial. It is your job to keep an eye on him, but do it in a way to where you don't scare him. He looks down at the sword, or looks at the sword. He doesn't have to look down. He just looks right at it. Put that away for now. We don't need it.
What's in scabbard?
In scabbard?
He sheaths his
Yeah.
sword.
Yeah.
Okay.
You,
I just
you,
had to
you
make
forget
all
that
right.
swords are carried in scabbards.
You could have said sheath. I would have understood it better.
Right. But yeah, if he says scabbard, it is him sheathing the sword.
Okay. That helps.
All right. Okay, so Donovic walks over to y'all and motions you to proceed to the graveyard. And Donovic finds a few shovels and brings them along as he when you guys enter into the graveyard, you see Donovic grab one of the shovels and set the other one down, and he starts digging a burial spot for the coffin.
Do we seed him? Okay, so we hold on. Sorry, I'm looking at something. My bad.
You're not going to have a map for this, but
No, not a spell. I have something else that I can do.
I said you're not going to have a map.
Looking at it. Oh, okay.
Ismark at this point also grabs one of the shovels and starts helping Donovic dig the hole for the coffin.
Sir
As
Edward
a
looks for a shovel big enough for him to use,
You definitely find
or
one.
or
Arm does
pickaxe.
everything he can, coming from a family of gravediggers.
Say
He
what?
does what he can to help.
Okay.
And since Orm comes from a family of gravediggers, comes from a family that owns a graveyard, per se, he does everything that he can to help. And Trixie follows suit and does the same thing, tries to find a shovel and help.
All right. It takes you all about 20 minutes to bury or to dig the hole out. And at that point, Donovic starts the funeral service and recites his prayers. It takes about 2 hours total between digging the coffin, moving the coffin, and giving the final rites for Kulyan, who is the burgomaster. And as soon as the final rites are read, a slow rolling mist collects in the woods beyond the far fence of the graveyard. And Trixie's the only one that notices this, but she can spot a dark silhouette of a tall humanoid man standing in the mist, his head bowed as if in a respectful prayer.
You said Trixie sees this?
Yep. Because she's the only one with a 13 or higher, right, on passive perception?
I have a 13 passive perception.
Okay, then you're the one that sees it. I thought it was Trixie.
No, Trixie has a 12 passive.
Okay. Then yeah, you're the one that sees it. Sorry, Oren.
I'm the one that sees it. No, it's all good. I was just making for sure. I will pull on Sir Edward, and I will point in the direction that Oren sees the figure and asks
Oh.
if he can see the figure as well.
Yes.
He is able to see the figure at this point since you have pointed it out to him.
Strahd looks at Orin and asks, "What you want me to do about it?"
Keep eyes on him. Let me ask the priest if he knows what this is. So he will go over, because he's so small, he'll tug on the robe of the priest, ask the priest, and point to the direction of the man and go, "Do you know who this is?"
As the priest looks over there, the mist has disappeared and the silhouette is gone. And he looks at you and says, "I don't know what you're talking about."
I'm not losing my
Looks at
mind.
the rest of the team and he's like, "That's a little freaky there."
And Trixie, she has a moment of brilliance and says, "Remember the house? We went into a mist. I wonder if the mist is connected to what you and Orem just saw." Orem takes that little bit of information and just puts it in his head. He knows there's something else that we need to take care of. So he will say, "Okay, we have helped with the burial. It is now your turn." And he looks at the priest and goes, "It's now your turn to hold up your end of the deal. What were we hearing in the chapel?"
The priest motions everybody back inside and he stands back behind the altar. And again, as y'all are standing there, again you hear the same, "Father, I'm starving." And he's like, he looks with this like despair in his eyes and like his sunken shoulders. His shoulders sink at this point. And he's like, "What you hear is my son, but at the same time, he is not my son."
Well, that's no way to keep
He
somebody.
he is not like you and I, Sir Edward.
In what way do you mean that he is not like us?
His heart is no longer pumping. His heart is no longer beating.
It might be a vampire. I've heard
Oh.
stories on. I've heard stories on the battlefield about them.
So are you saying that, Sir Edward, you know how to,
Or
if
some other
it
form of
is
undead.
what you say what it is, you're saying you know how to handle the situation?
I never came up against one, but the old captain went up against one, but he never came back. The mists, apparently, have using a stake to kill him apparently isn't true.
What do you mean?
In the War of Hammeroth, we were in tense battle. Two lords against each other. The one lord was pale and white-faced. And you could tell that there was no blood in him. But the captain told us that you do not go towards the castle. If you go towards the castle, you do not return. There is no surefire way on how to kill a vampire. Why do you think my sword is made out of 100% silver?
No,
I
it's
thought
not.
that was just a myth.
You didn't pass that by me, bud. It's not.
Damn it. You can't have me let my moment.
You could
Hey,
rephrase
hey,
and say you think it's made at 100%
hold
silver.
up. I was letting you have your moment till you got to that point.
Well, I don't know then. I'm out of ideas.
No, you were good. You were doing good.
You're good. Keep it up. Because I'm going to roll off of that. I'm rolling off that. I got an idea. Orm has this look on he just looks amazed and just goes, I thought silver destroying him was a myth.
Well, I guess we shall find out.
How? How are we going to find out?
Let's find the damn vampire and kill it.
With what? Sir Edward, with what?
I have a sword. You have spells. I also have a javelin.
But we don't know a lot about vampires. The only person that does is you, and you don't know a whole lot yourself. And plus, we don't want to kill this priestess' son. We need to do anything and everything that we can to help.
Listen, vampires are like parasites in this world. If they are free, they will turn a city into dust.
And if
There
that's
will be
the
no
case,
more living human beings in this town or any kind of city because they will either turn them or bleed them dry.
Orm looks over at the priest. Would he notice anything odd about the priest? Like any particular markings, wounds, or anything like that?
The priest has no wounds.
No bite marks?
Nope.
So Orm will look back at the priest and will go, so what have you been doing to handle the situation?
As you hear, he is hungry. I have kept him down in the undercroft, locked away for that reason alone.
So what are you wanting to do with your son?
You say you are willing to help. I am willing to let you see if you can help under one condition and one condition only. That is, you do not harm my son.
Well, he just took the fun right out of it.
Hey.
That's a hard guarantee right there, because I ain't about to let anything harm me.
We don't know what we're dealing with. If we can look at him and see if there's anything possible that we could do, let's learn, because who knows? We may run into this at a later time, and then we'll be more
Well, I will say
prepared.
this right now. Do you play with fire?
Does it look like I play with fire?
Well, this is pretty much playing with fire.
I'm willing to not harm him. I'm willing to learn. Because I guess you can say.
I hope you have a wall spell that you can use so he doesn't jump at you and try.
I've got something. As long as you, Sir Edward, agree to not harm him, we can take a look at it. I have something that I can use.
Okay.
To make sure that he does not
But
harm
if he
me.
gets past you, he's free game.
He's not going to get past me. You have my word on that. You have my word. He will not come at us.
Oh. Okay. But like I said, if he does get past you, he is free game.
Will not.
So, do you inform Donovic that you are willing to abide by that rule?
Yes. I'm willing to abide, and Trixie is willing to abide as well. And we already know that Corvum is. We're just waiting on one other confirmation on that.
I already said I'll stay behind, behind you. I won't attack
Stay
unless he
behind
gets
me.
past you.
That's all I ask is stay behind me. So yes, we tell the priest that we are ready to see his son.
So are we in agreement? If it gets past you, I have it's free game.
If he gets past me, you have free reign.
Okay, we are in agreement.
Okay. That being said, you all are led to this room. Hold on 1 minute. Let me erase it. This room here. And are you going to ask Donovic to come down with you, or how are you going to proceed with Donovic?
Yes, have him come with us. Have him lead the way to his son.
So is he going down first, or is one of y'all going down first?
Orange leading this parade.
You want me to lead this parade? I will be behind. I'll be beside Donovan or Donovic.
Unfortunately, you will not be able to be beside Donovic because it's only a 5-foot wide stairway.
Then I will be directly behind him.
Okay. So, anyways, to read about the room, time and neglect have punched holes in the ceiling of this moldy room, which contains a few broken roof shingles and amid puddles of water. In one corner, set into the floor, is a heavy wooden trapdoor held shut with a chain and a padlock. A young man's screams of anguish can be heard through the door.
Sir Edward takes his sword, still scabbard, and keeps it close by,
Yes, keep that
next
close.
to his hip. And keeps it next to his hip while walking.
Orin looks up at the priestess, says, "You may open the door."
Unfortunately, I have lost the key to the padlock.
Okay, step aside.
No! Whoa!
That's not.
Whoa! Whoa!
Well, I was gonna break the lock.
We don't need to. He looks up at Trixie and goes, "Trixie, do you mind?" Trixie will walk over to the lock and will try to pick the lock.
All right, give me a. I don't know if you can. Is there a? What would that be? A intelligence check, or is that wisdom?
Let's see.
Probably
can't-
wisdom.
Yeah, I believe it's wisdom.
I think it's a wisdom. Need a wisdom check?
Yeah.
Ooh, crap. Oh, this might. Hold on. Let's double check her stuff real quick. Okay. I'm looking. Give me a second here. I'm learning her stuff as I go through because she is a different core trait. She has okay. That's not the right trait. Okay, she said wisdom.
Yeah.
I'm looking at one other thing real quickly here too. What if Trixie used her thieves tools?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, she needs the wisdom though because okay, never mind. I'm tracking. Wisdom. There we go. She rolls a 9. Oh wait, guidance. I can cast guidance on her as she does that, and then she will roll a d4. So 9 plus 10. She rolled a 10.
Unfortunately, the padlock is quite rusted, and the thieves' tools cannot find the exact way to open them. They're like rusted shut.
Well, Trixie turns around,
And
looks at
Sir
the party.
Edward is
Whoa!
looking at.
Let him talk, Edward.
Trixie looks at the party, and she with the sad look on her face, and apologizes that she was not able to get the padlock open. And Orem says in response to that, "You know what? You did your best. That's all we can ask." Then he turns around, looks up at Sir Edward, and goes, "You may go."
I should have did this the first time go around. I do an
maybe some
attack
people
roll,
are
right?
Yep. Yeah, that does hit.
Do I need to do damage?
Yes. Okay. As Edward brings down his sword on the padlock, you watch as it goes cleanly through the padlock, releasing it, and the noise downstairs suddenly goes quiet. Huh?
I like that.
I'll be right back, guys.
Anybody else worried about the quietness like I am?
Why do you think
I was just gonna
my
say,
foot's on the damn door?
silence is never always a good thing. Especially suddenly
That's
silent.
not.
Actually, how heavy is my
Yeah,
character?
this was like how this might have been planned.
Features and
I
traits.
do have a slight feeling we may be falling into a trap of some sort, but who knows?
Yeah, I have that same feeling.
I do too, but he did hold up his word and say he would tell us and would show us. He did hold up his end of the deal.
Yep.
So we have to at least
Okay,
give
I'm
him
back,
that.
guys. All right, so the padlock
Yeah,
is
he'd show
removed.
us, but what if he tries to
How
block
heavy
away?
would Sir Edward be? Being Caesar Goliath.
It should be on your character sheet how heavy you are. Or did
No,
we
I'm
not?
be able to
but I
say
can't
it.
find it.
Okay.
It'll be
You were probably about 250.
Oh, okay.
But the
By the way,
trapdoor.
my foot. By the way, after I broke the lock, I put my foot on the door, so just in case.
Okay. But the trapdoor is freed to where you can open it. And who's going in first? Or actually, I
I
need to
will
know
be.
what the absolute order is.
I will be up front because of reasons. Trixie will probably be. I think it should be Orem and then Sir Edward behind me. Trixie and then Corbin in the back.
Okay. Let me see. Whoops. All right. So at this point, you said it. Hold on. Yeah, I don't like. You said who up front?
It
Oren?
goes no, it goes
Oren?
Orin, me, Trixie, and then Corvo.
Trixie and then Corbin. Because of the deal that was made between me and Sir Edward, which was if the sun did get past me, it was free game, and Sir Edward is right there. That was the agreement that was made, and I'm honoring and keeping that deal.
Okay. And
I'm keeping my sword out just in case.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all.
all right. So
You
I
have a
need
history with these
who's
things.
who is opening the trapdoor?
Sir Edward steps off of it and uses his sword to flip it open.
Unfortunately, I do need a strength check from you.
Strength check.
Guidance. I give Sir Edward guidance.
Oh shit.
Roll a d4.
E4.
Yep.
Uh.
It'll look like a triangle. You'll have to do it From that, nope. That was a 10 side.
No,
If
I
anything,
picked the triangle.
if it would be easier, I'm gonna say if it would be easier, have when Sir Edward does his strength check, I can just roll the d4 on my end and just add that to it if that would be easier.
Okay, let's roll again. 3.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Oh, okay,
no,
so
that's
that
not
would
no,
be,
because that's
sorry,
going to
that
get like
would
a 4
be
off of me.
sorry, I misunderstood what you meant by 3. Okay, so,
The D4.
yeah, I
I'll
caught you.
reroll it for you guys 3.
I misunderstood. I thought you re-rolled your strength check, and I was gonna go like, no, but now I understood. So, anyways, it takes you a bit, but you are finally able to pry it open as the wood had swollen due to the water damage. Now that the under the trap door is open, you can see the church's undercrop has rough hewn walls and a floor made of damp clay and earth. Rotting wooden pillars strain under the weight of the wooden ceiling. Candlelight from the chapel above slips through the cracks, allowing you no, not even no, allowing you to see a little bit down there. So give me one quick second.
Sir Edward looks at Orin and says, "After you."
I have no problem with that.
Now you should see a decent bit. I'll give you at least. Oh God, come on, mouse. I'll give you at least that much that you can see till you actually step in. Can you see the other half of the map?
Yes.
All right. So go ahead and put yourself in.
Okay, I just lost my character.
Yep.
I don't know where you went.
Let me move your character. I'm moving Corvum as he hadn't done it yet. All right. So
Yeah, I thought
I'm actually going to. Did you say Donovic is going to be coming down or not?
Yes. Yes, he's coming down as well.
And he's following you all, right?
He's actually in front of me.
Okay. All right. Well, he's looking around. He can't really see much due to the fact that he is human. He don't have dark vision. So, and Orin, you're down at the bottom of the
I
stairs.
do.
Right. Everyone has dark vision, but and do not make your turn because somebody gets a turn first. And let me see. Okay,
I have a tinderbox.
the tinderbox is just for
Sir,
fires.
yeah, never mind. Sir Edward hands a torch to Orin to give to the priest.
And Orm gives it to the priest and says, "Here, this might help you."
Before you have much of a chance to do anything, Orin, you see something run at you. Give me a minute. I will open up the whole map now that everyone is down there.
Would I be able to put my sword in between Orn and the thing running towards him
Nope.
to block it?
Nope.
Would I have
This-
the time to cast a spell?
This is called a surprise round, guys.
Okay, let's do it.
All right. So, aha. Okay. I need you to roll your choice, Orin, a strength or a dexterity check.
Oh, fuck, they're both the same. Is it a saving throw?
No.
You said strength or dexterity?
Strength or dexterity, your choice.
Give myself guidance. Go with dex, because I'm short. But I'm giving myself guidance, too, so this is a check.
Roll your
Ooh.
d4.
I did. Plus it's
Yep.
6.
Unfortunately, as this creature runs up to you, it grabs you and starts dragging you away. To
Sir Edward
you can't
tries
do
running
anything.
after
Nope,
him, and
not a thing yet.
damn it.
You're dragged to about there.
Can I do something now?
Say what?
So can I do something now?
You're grappled.
I can still cast a spell.
And what do you have reaction spell wise?
Oh, it's a reaction? Then never mind. I don't have a reaction spell.
Because it's not your turn.
I don't have that set yet. Okay. Never mind. I'm not that advanced yet.
All right, so we're going to go on to the actual first round. Donovic sees this happen and says, Doru, don't do it. Do not hurt them. And now you are still grappled. And
But I can still do it.
okay.
I'm going to cast Channel Divinity. Turn undead. I need a wisdom saving throw.
One sec. Turn undead, is that what type? What is the materials for it? Is it verbal?
I just present my holy symbol. And since they're undead creatures.
Okay. And you said a wisdom saving throw. What's the DC?
DC 13.
He fails on the saving throw. So at this point, he
If
lets
the creature
go.
fails its save, it has frightened and incapacitated condition for 1 minute. For that duration, it tries to move as far away from you as it can on its turns.
Okay. Well, at this point, it lets go of you, but it can't do anything because it's not its turn. And does that end
That's
your
my
turn?
That will end my turn right there.
All right. Sir Edward.
Okay, Sir Edward runs around the corner and runs towards Orin with sword in hand, ready to strike if necessary.
Okay. Is that all you're doing? Is just presenting your sword?
Well, I'm not gonna swing yet, but do I get to Orin before anything
Of course you do.
happens to him?
Yep. What you've seen
Okay.
at this point is Orin cast a spell and Doru let go of Orin.
Okay. I would like to use Ray of Frost to freeze the vampire in its place. Like not
That
the whole
is
entire
not a,
monster,
that
just
will
the
not
legs, just the
that,
legs.
that will not freeze him.
Oh, it won't?
Nope. You need to read the
It won't
spell.
freeze his leg?
Nope.
Hold on, I gotta look.
It will damage and slow. I believe.
And with turn undead,
Yeah.
he's incapacitated and he's frightened and he has to run away from me.
Make a ranged spell attack against the target. On its hit, it takes cold damage. Its spreads is reduced by 10 feet until start your next turn. Catch it. Okay, fuck. Would my charm person work on that?
You're missing every bit of the conversation so far.
Sorry, I was reading.
Okay, let me say this again. I cast turn undead. He failed to say. He is frightened of me. He is incapacitated. And he has to flee from me on his turn. We have 10 turns of him fleeing from me.
Actually, I will correct you on that. You said, wait, 1 minute?
Yes, the
Oh, yeah,
spell
okay,
lasts 1 minute.
10 turns, yes.
So we have 10 turns until he is free of my spell. He has to flee and get away from me. When I said that I had a way of making sure he didn't attack us, this was the plan.
Okay. Puts
Don't attack
sword
him.
down and stays near Orn just in case.
Thank you.
That ends your turn?
And I guess, yeah, I got nothing else.
All right. At this point, Doru's turn. He runs to the corner. And it's now Trixie's turn.
Trixie will come in and get as close as she can to Orm.
Okay, like below or behind?
Yes, that'll work. Right. Go behind. Have her behind. There we go. Yeah, have her behind.
All right. And does that end her turn?
Yes, that will end her turn.
All right. Corvum.
I'm gonna move and try to position myself in an area to where if something goes sideways, I'm in range.
Okay, where are you moving?
I want to say if it's possible to move here.
You got 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Move yourself one to the right. That would be the best you can do. Yep, right there. That is the best you can do.
All right.
And you end your turn?
Yep.
All right. Donovic looks at all of you and says, "You promised you would not hurt him. Do not
We
break that
didn't
Have I heard him?
promise."
Have I heard him yet? All I have
We
done
haven't
was make
touched
him
him.
frightened and scared of me. And as long as everybody stays close to me, everybody will be fine.
All right, well, it is your turn, Orin. What are you going to do?
Let's see. I want to do this to where I can get a better look. I'm just going to come over to, I was here 5, 10, 15. I'm going to go right there and try to see if I can get a better look at him and see what I can see.
You see a young man, pale white, utterly scared, trying to climb up the wall. And just, yeah, it does not look like well, I mean, you can tell he's undead because boom, turn undead. But yeah, he is definitely skinny, and you can see this, like, even though there's fear in his eyes, you can tell that he wants to come after you.
Okay. I'm looking at something real quick. Give me one moment here.
Oh man, I fucked up.
How did you do that?
I thought I forgot I actually have 2 moves and I only used 1.
Oh, yeah, 2? Okay, well, would that change? That's going to change where
It
he
could.
goes, doesn't it?
It could.
Okay. Well,
I mean, we can put ourselves back
okay.
we can retcon it back to where we were before, because I know
Yeah,
you're
because that may
eventually
change
going
things.
to use it. So we'll just bring it back to where we were, and then you can go from there. And we'll replay this because, yeah, I needed to use that second move because it definitely will change or it could change the course of actions.
So the spell, my turn on dead, does happen, right?
Not yet.
Okay.
This is after you got grappled and dragged away. This is
Okay, so I'll
before
take
it's
back the
gone
turn
to
on
your
dead then.
turn.
Okay, so
So,
I took back the turn on dead.
right. You take back your turn undead.
I did.
All right, so as he drags Orin away from the rest of you, you hear him, you can all hear him say, "I can smell your blood." And you watch his mouth open. What is your AC? Orin?
14. 14.
Oh. As he goes in, you watch his teeth, you see his 2 fangs come out. And as he tries to go for your neck, he ends up just getting hold of your armor. So now we'll retcon back to where we were, or we'll fast forward back to where we were. He has now been turned undead.
Yeah.
Ran back here. We now got Sir Edward here.
I'm like
Trixie.
here.
Oh, yeah. Trixie here. And mind you, he did just try to bite you. With that new information, go for your turn.
With that new information, it really, honestly, it does, but it doesn't at the same time. Because I am going to cast my first second level spell. I am going to cast Spiritual Weapon using my spell scroll.
Do you have access to Spiritual Weapon as a...
Yes, I do. Level 2. That's a
Okay.
second level spell slot. I picked it up at 3rd level.
Okay.
You see Orin's eyes go a very, very dark green. And above his head, you see a tombstone appear. That tombstone does come up right in front of him. Basically, kind of in between him and the creature. You, as a group, will see written, "Here lies," and then it is just blank. But to the enemy or to the creature that we are engaged with, it will have his name written on it. I do believe that's how I worded it. Let me double check. Give me one
Yes,
moment.
it
I
is.
actually wrote this.
That is how you worded it.
Actually, it says "Here lies," and then it will be blank for everybody else. But for him, he sees his name, and then on the bottom it says, "May we embrace and respect nature." So that is currently up in front of me. Then, as my bonus action that I have, due to the spiritual weapon in front of me, bring this up real quick so I can remember how this is done. I will put it 2 spaces. So it will actually be kind of to the, it'll be diagonal to Orin. It'll be, if you can see that on the map, instead of it being like straight ahead of me, it's actually going to be straight and down. Wish I had a way I could show you where that weapon is going to be.
Hold on. You're
Oh,
saying...
yeah, it's going to be, I want it right here. Right here.
Okay. Yep, move your ping.
Where that black dot is.
So
right,
basically
yeah,
right there.
That's
Yes.
where the weapon is. That right there is where the tombstone is.
Okay, right where that black area I just drew is.
Yes.
Okay.
And then that will be my turn.
All right. And what are you going to do, Sir Edward? You just watched this tombstone appear.
A tombstone. I walk towards Orin cautiously with my sword in hand, like ready to strike, but being cautious also. And I look over to Orin and be like, Did you just poop out a tombstone?"
I look up at Sarah and I go, "Do you trust me yet?"
What the hell is going on?
Talk later.
I guess.
Okay.
This is only the.
And which square are you going to be on, Sir Edward? You need to be on 1.
Oh, sorry.
Okay. Are you ending your turn there, or?
Yes. I
Okay.
got nothing else I can do.
All right. Doru, attempting to get away from you, notices the opportunity. Yep. Alrighty. And starts running 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And being that he is dashing, he gets an additional 30 feet. And you watch him just climb up the side of these stairs with ease to 40 feet. And he is out of the undercroft. 45, 50, 55, 60.
Sir Edward looks at Orin and says, "Shit."
And now it's Trixie's turn.
What does she have that I can use? Absolutely nothing. Okay, so Trixie will go. Oops. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Well, before she does that, she will say that she will try to stop him and goes to there. And then because she still does have a dash, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, or 20, go there. And then, does she have a bonus action?
Oh, I'm sorry. It would have put him right there with his dash.
Oh, does it put him right there? Okay.
Yeah.
So that is with Trixie's dash too?
But
Actually, if she's only... Go ahead. Sorry.
if she dashes, she cannot attack. Because
That's what I was thinking. Because I
dash
would
is an
go
action.
here. Yeah, I know. But she does have a bonus action. Let me read into it real quick before I open my mouth and say something. And this is for the DM to answer. If Trixie was to cast Mage Hand, would she be able to wrap around the creature?
Nope. Mage Hand will not work like that. Because number 1, she cannot see the creature.
That's true, because there's a door. Okay. Shit. But if she dashes, she can't do anything. She's open to an attack. If I keep her there, then I can... Yeah, go ahead. Then, yeah, that'll be her turn.
Okay.
Wait, hold on. Hold up.
What?
That may not be. Hang on, I'm reading something real quickly here. He's still inside the building.
Yep.
Yeah, never mind. Nope, that'll be our turn.
All right.
It won't work.
Corvum, you're up.
I'm trying to figure out what I can do. Because I kind of saw that coming, but once again, made the foolish option to move.
I know, I did too.
I just stayed put. I don't think there's any way I can run after him either. I don't think I can move that far.
Hold on.
I don't think anybody can.
35.
I do have dash as well too, but
Well,
I don't think that
everybody has dash, which gives you twice your movement. But the moment you dash, you cannot do an attack. So that's the
So
thing.
go ahead.
To be honest, I will let you know right now. You are not going to catch him.
Yeah, but we don't want him getting out.
You are not going to catch him.
he's already out. That's the problem.
He's pretty much
No,
out
he's not
already.
yet.
He is 5 feet. All he has to do is open the door. He is gone. So,
Hey, guys, you only have one option here. We really do. We have one option. One option only.
let him go.
Yeah, I'm going to break a promise. No. Yeah, I'm going to break a promise, but I got to do something. We got to do something here. You guys up for a fight? I do have a plan here.
He's asking.
What happened?
So are we ready for a fight?
Just give me the
We're already
word.
not gonna-
No, you got it. You'll see what I mean in a minute. When it's my turn, you'll see. We're going to go ahead and get into position. Get as close as you can to him so you can use your long range stuff.
I don't know
I'm
how
going to try
far
to slow him down a little bit
move.
myself.
That's the problem.
Just get as close as you can. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 35.
I know how far I can move, but I don't know how that actually translates on the map.
So 5,
To translate on
10,
the map, I'll
15.
ping it for you. For you to do your 60 with your dash would put you right there. Do you have anything for a bonus action? No, that's the problem. Because I do. And it gets to me before it gets to him.
I have. Hold on. I
And
do
actually,
have a
I will correct you because.
2-weapon fighting action.
Hold on. I will correct you for 1 minute because Trixie is difficult terrain. He loses 5 feet.
So that'll put him back one.
Right there.
But the door is open, so he would still be able to see because the door's open.
Right. But I don't think you have any sort of attacks you can do or bonus actions you can do right now, Corvum, right? That would help in this situation.
I have. Probably not in this situation because I only have 2-weapon fighting.
Okay.
And then Armor of Agathes.
Yeah, and that was only in armor.
Yeah, that's what sucks
Right.
about Armor of Agathes.
Yep. All right. You watch as Donovic just falls to his knees and starts wailing because his son got loose. And he looks at you and says, "Thank you for trying, even though he did get free." Oren, you're up.
30. With Trixie being, shoot, I need to be behind Corvum, don't I? Hang on, I'm looking here. I'm looking at something else. quick. I do have a bonus action that can help us. This range is okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 5, 10,
You
15,
might want to
20,
double check your
25,
speed,
30.
Oren.
I did.
You have 50 speed, or
5,
do you? Okay,
10,
on your character sheet,
15. Yeah, I have normal speed.
which is what, 25 or 30?
My walking speed is 30.
Okay.
My
All
max attack range is 120 feet.
So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay.
The weapon follows. So instead of it being here, it stays within.
The damn thing off the door, can't throw it.
The bonus action on your later turns, you can move the force up to 20 feet and repeat as a bonus action. So the spiritual weapon will only move 20 feet. So instead of it going here, 5, 10, 15, 5, 15, 20. Its spiritual weapon is actually going to be here now.
Where? Okay.
I'm getting ready to
I
plot
see
it. Right there on
Yep.
that square right there. That's the best I can do for now as a bonus action because I am allowed to move it.
Yep. So I will
And
go
that is
ahead
going to
and
be,
erase this one.
yeah, erase that one. Yeah, we got to figure out how we can place that better. And unfortunately, because that is my bonus action to move it, that's my turn.
All right. Sir Edward.
I start heading up this. Actually, everything just went black.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40.
Everything's filled in again, like the mist thing, like how you
Yeah.
erase it.
Yeah. Do you want to be right behind or right below Oren?
Right behind, so I can go right out the door with him.
Okay. All right. Well, you got moved. All right. At this point, let's see. 35, 40. And that would actually put him into the regular map. So, just mind you, he is, or actually, give me 1 second. I just realized something. Oh, God. Hit the wrong button. That was not, okay, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. All right. Trixie's turn. What exactly is Trixie doing? Oren, we cannot hear you. You're muted.
Yeah, he's muted.
There, that's better. Nothing. There's really nothing else she can do because she couldn't see where he went because of the wall. So she's just gonna do.
Okay. And is she gonna say anything back to the other players?
Yeah, she'll say that it went outside because it's not in the house or in the chapel, I should say.
All right. Corbin.
Great. Like what I can't do anything either.
You just like Trixie have seen it just run out the door and no idea where it went.
Rendering me pretty much useless. Got it.
I tried to tell you.
Useless.
I tried to tell you. He's gone. You're not catching him.
My fault. He got out anyway.
No.
No, it's not. It's mine. He had to run from me, so it's mine. It's nobody's fault but mine. He had to run from me. This is him running from me.
No,
But
this
if I
is
had never
him
moved,
making
he would
his
have had to-
escape. Whether or not you would have cast Turn Undead, his whole point was to try and escape. And you all moved perfectly to allow it. Not one person, but everyone. But
And the worst part was I saw it coming, but I again make the wrong moves.
no.
Yeah, seeing the room and seeing what I did, it didn't help either. To be 100% honest, I should have kind of stayed around from him. That way he could have gone the long way to where you guys could have been able to do something to help prevent.
We will go ahead.
Never moved at all. We would have never been in this situation.
We will go ahead. Well, he would have, there's so many ifs on that. We're not going to jump into ifs. But at this point, do you have to leave, Corbin?
Yeah.
All right. So this is a good point for us to stop. We will drop initiative at this point, and we will come back to everyone meeting up in the chapel area in 2 weeks. Okay.
So what, we're going to replay it? Is that what you're saying?
Nope. The fight is over.
Yeah.
You're not catching him. Doru is gone. Y'all are going to, including Donovan. So basically, at this point, fight over. We bring Donovan back up. Your spiritual weapon runs its course and goes away.
Yeah, I was just trying to get it out.
And everybody is basically up back in the chapel with Donovan or Donovich. And we will go from there. Actually, Donovich, Arena, and Ismark. And we'll go from there in 2 weeks when we return after the Super Bowl.
Alright.
All right? Like I say, it is no one's fault on him getting out. No one specific's fault. But
I'm still going to put it on me anyway.
man,
You have no reason to put it on you. It's on me. I'm the one that cast Turn Undead and made him have to flee from me.
all right, guys. But anyways, on that, we are going to call it an evening. Thank you all for who has viewed. And we will catch you in 2 weeks, i.e. the week after Super Bowl, and see what goes on from there.
Yep. Peace out.
Yep. Go Chiefs, by the way.
Yep, go Chiefs.
Go.